What's up, everybody? It's your boy C-Money back with another video, and today we gotta talk about Raw reactions for last night's episode of Monday Night Raw because some good stuff happened that we gotta talk about. So, first of all, we start off here with Lita is mysteriously attacked backstage. Well, that didn't actually the show started off with Rey Mysterio, but first I want to talk about Lita. Because remember, Becky Lynch and Lita were supposed to defend the women's tag titles against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, but also Lita got like attacked backstage by someone, and then going on, Becky's like, look, I don't know who did it. I was going to defend the belts by myself, but then Trish Stratus offered to team with her, so it'd be Trish and Becky, so Trish would just take Lita's spot. Trish and Becky face Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are your new women's tag team champions. It was a great match, and in the end, Raquel and Liv take the tag titles, man. So then, you know, Becky and Trish are like hugging, and Trish is like, I'm sorry, all that, and Becky's like, it's fine. Then you knew a heel turn was coming, but I thought Becky would turn heel, but no. Trish Stratus attacks Becky Lynch from behind. Trish Stratus turns heel and attacks Becky Lynch. What? Like, so apparently Trish Stratus attacks Lita backstage then, I guess. I don't know. But man, Trish and Lita were like best friends, bro. Why? And even with Becky, best friends. So why would Trish turn heel? That's like, I don't know. So hopefully we find out more about that. But I was just like, wait, what? And then they talk about how the damage control is kind of breaking apart here, because Bayley is talking to Adam Pearce about how number one, he was talking about the draft, and it's like, I told him that it's important that we all stick together. No, yeah, because you already know, because the draft, they always like split up tag teams, so damage control could end up be splitting up. But then Bayley said how he tried to get Io Sky and Dakota Kai a shot at the tag belts, but Adam Pearce said no, but then Adam Pearce offered Bayley to be put in a triple threat match to have an opportunity at Bianca Belair, who wasn't even on this episode of Raw. Like, what the heck? Bianca Belair wasn't even on this episode of Raw for some reason. I don't know. And Io Sky and Dakota Kai got a little salty because they're like, Bayley, what the heck? What about us? Like, you had your opportunity against against Bianca. Like, how about one of us should be in the triple threat? Then it ends up happening because Io Sky ends up being put in the triple threat with Michin and Piper Niven. Io Sky picks up the victory, so now she's the number one contender for Bianca Belair's Raw Women's Championship. So, you know, yeah, because Damage Control were kind of like, whoa, Bayley, what the heck about us? Because, yeah, Damage Control, Io Sky and Dakota Kai are two-time women's tag team champions. Bayley, ever since they've returned, Io and Dakota have been two-time women's tag champs. Bayley's done nothing. She's failed against Bianca multiple times. So, like, yeah. So Io Sky and Dakota are like, whoa, you had your opportunity. How about us? So you see the tension and Damage Control. So, yeah, it's going down. Then, how Raw really started off was Rey Mysterio coming out and stuff. And, you know, talking about, you know, how it's supposed to be a great year, a great time being inducted into the Hall of Fame, but he had to wrestle his son on the same night. Then Dominic comes out, and he's like, keep my name out your mouth. And talking about how Damian Priest put Bad Bunny through the announce table last week. And Ray said, I talked to Bad Bunny, and he says he'll be back, and he wants payback on the Judgment Day. And he was saying, how you dumb. I didn't want to fight you, but I realized that you're a lost cause. So how about we have a WrestleMania rematch right now? Let's go. And Dominic's like, I don't want to fight my own father. Yes, you did. You wanted to fight Ray. You begged him. Can't stand this guy. And then he's like, but I have someone who wants to fight you even more. And then it's Finn Balor. Finn Balor defeats Rey Mysterio because Dominic hit Rey Mysterio with the chain when the ref wasn't looking, helping Finn Balor beat Rey. And then Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed have this epic match where Bobby, he's trying to lock in the Hurt Lock, but Bronson Reed was too big. He couldn't lock in the Hurt Lock on him. And then in the end, it ends in a double count out because out of the ring, ends in a double count out. And then they're still brawling, and the referees have to separate them and stuff. So pretty cool. Just it had to end in a double count out, really. Well, it's also because I feel like they didn't want either of them to like lose, so they're like, yeah, just have a double count out. So no one gets like wins over each other. Like they just both lose. And then yeah, the big things, big stuff is that Cody Rhodes comes out after, because guys, remember, after going through an epic battle with Roman Reigns, the next day gets destroyed, demolished, brutalized, victimized by Brock Lesnar. So Cody, he was like holding his ribs. Yeah, Cody, he wasn't 100%. He was like holding his ribs and stuff. He was kind of, and yeah, because he went to an epic battle with Roman, and the next night got freaking demolished by Brock Lesnar. So like, yeah, Cody's obviously not 100%, but you know, he's still coming out and stuff, and he's saying how you know, he said he was sorry for losing to Roman. He accepted that, you know, he lost, and he's like, I'm sorry. And he was talking about how Paul Heyman said that he had to earn his opportunity, and he's like, bruh. And Cody was saying how from dashing to Stardust to this, from going into like the wilderness, coming out to being like the leader of the pack, just saying all this, and he's like, I have to earn it. I am it. So Cody just going off about that, and then saying how, but now there's something else in the story, and that's Brock Lesnar. And saying how, like, am I afraid of Brock Lesnar? Yeah, I'm afraid of Brock Lesnar, but that, he said how once Brock blinks, I'm gonna strike. Once Brock, like, stumbles, once Brock misses, so Cody, he's afraid of Brock, but he's not going to back down from Brock, and he challenges Brock to a match at Backlash. So at Backlash, we're going to see Cody and Brock go down, because one thing that he said is that Brock's like, it was like two things. One, he said maybe Brock, he said was uncertain with Cody, I guess, or that they mentioned on SmackDown, Brock was just upset that his match, because they both wrestled at night 2 of WrestleMania. Brock was on first, and he was kind of upset that his match was on first, and Cody was like in the main event, I guess, so it could be that. I don't know, but, and Kathy Kelly, the interviewer, tried to interview Paul Heyman, just like how Kayla Braxton did on SmackDown. They tried to ask him, Paul Heyman, because remember, Paul Heyman used to be the advocate for Brock. Why would Brock do this? And Paul Heyman avoided the question on SmackDown, and he said, and then here on Raw, saying he avoided it again, because they asked him again, and she said, can you provide any insight? And he's like, yes, I can. But then he didn't say the insight, he just said, yes, there, I answered your question, yes. Now let's talk about, yeah, so he avoided the question again, because he was talking about how Solo Sikoa was going up against Kevin Owens, and how Solo attacked Kevin on Raw, on SmackDown, so Owens' knee wasn't 100%, and saying how they had some flight issues, so I'm guessing that's why Bianca Belair wasn't there. It could have been a flight issue, but apparently Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle weren't there because of flight issue. Well, and then they showed up in the end. We'll talk about that, but at first, like, Owens was all alone because Riddle and Sammy weren't there because of flight issues. Because Matt Riddle was supposed to go up against The Miz, but I guess it couldn't happen because of flight issues. So just Paul Heyman's like, yeah, Sammy and Riddle are smart, and they probably took the later flight because they were in Seattle. They took the later flight to Seattle because they didn't want to. Yeah, I'm sure Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle missed their flight on purpose so they could just avoid Solo. Yeah, I'm sure, Paul. But no, then the Usos defeat the Alpha Academy. And then they have Solo Sikoa takes on Kevin Owens. And Solo Sikoa picks up the victory because, you know, the Usos are out there. It's a 3-on-1 assault. and Owens' knee is also hurt, so Solo Sikoa beats Kevin Owens, and then they're all attacking him, but then you see the parking lot. Sami Zayn and Riddle come charging from the parking lot, and they come out, they even the odds, they take out the Bloodline, helping out Kevin, which, as I said, just builds up the fact that it's going to be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle versus the Usos and Solo, 6-man tag at Backlash. It's going to be a 6-man tag at Backlash, so WrestleMania Backlash, whatever. So that basically just builds up the fact that, it's going to be a 6-man tag at Backlash. So that is going to be cool. But, here, just make sure I got everything. So, there's overall a pretty good episode of Raw. It's just, again, they're like Bianca Belair wasn't there. Obviously, Brock wasn't there. But, hey, we got to see Cody. I was happy to see Cody. New women's tag team champions. And build up in the end for Usos and Solo versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle. So, that's cool. Yeah, but that's it, guys. I think Cody challenges Brock to a match at Backlash, which is going to be awesome. But, yeah. So, and, because the other thing I wanted to say was that Cody was saying to Brock how Brock, every time he looks in the mirror, he sees a predator. And Cody says how, for once, and we're all victims to Brock, but Brock, once I beat you, you're going to look in the mirror, and for once in your life, you're going to be the prey instead of the predator. So there's a very cool line Cody said when he was talking about Brock. So Cody Brock at Backlash, I can't wait to see that. But that's it, guys. Leave a comment, subscribe for more. Stay tuned for NXT reactions tomorrow. And that's it, guys. C-Money's out.